All right, Chad. So we just got some level ups from that. Okay, spread control.
Okay, so just confirming. Policy on attacking cities that are occupied by other people. Declare it.
I have to announce it, right? If I choose.
Yes. Attacker must announce their intention, and then defender can move or position accordingly. Once the defender gets where they're going, they stop and they must let the attacker approach. They can't just jump the first army that steps forward.
And how do we
of
handle...
course, the defender is not required to disclose if they have an army sitting there in ambush stance, though.
Yeah. How do we handle the fact that I can siege a city and then attack the second army?
Let me think about that one for a second.
Okay, I'm so new, I don't know what that interaction would do. What does that do?
So if he sieges the city, and then he can attack your second army outside the city, and your army inside the city would not reinforce the second army.
I'll say in that context, the defender has the option to march, initiate the attack, because I don't think it would be fair to always allow the attacker to turn it into a 2v1 every time.
So your end goal is to allow both parties to use all their armies if they wish.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Because it matters for my faction specifically. Can I dictate which lord does the attacking out?
Honestly, this is probably going to be some case-by-case stuff. I would need to see or understand what's going on.
Okay, so you can see Mukluk's stuff down here at Torsathai.
I cannot.
Oh wait, yeah, because y'all can't be friends. Sorry.
Hold on, I can pull up his stream.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on?
I'll zoom in on it.
Yeah.
So
sorry,
I took a high elf city that was just north of him, and he's just south of me right here.
I have multiple armies that can reach there this turn. The thing is, Mazda Mundi should have that trait that reduces Slaneshi Seduction. The secondary lord will not.
That trait is region-wide, so it doesn't matter which of them starts that fight. Yeah.
Okay, it is region-wide?
Yes, I double-checked.
Okay, never mind then. Cool,
so
that doesn't matter.
So it probably doesn't matter. I would say, given that we've been doing like Defender's initiative anyway, Defender can choose which of their armies initiates the attack.
Cool. I just wanted to confirm so that everybody's on the same page before we're...
Yep, no, I appreciate it. Unfortunately, a lot of it is just kind of figuring it out as we go.
Oh yeah. There's not exactly a best answer here, and I get that. As long as everybody's on the same page for the fun.
At the end of the day, we spend all this time raising and perfecting these armies. I want the armies to get used in fair fights rather than get cheesed in 2v1s and ambushes where possible. Now, I understand that no one wants to run into a losing fight, so if you're grievously outnumbered, then you are looking for a way to cheese it always. But, like, you know, I want to make that the exception and not the rule.
Yeah.
Mitch, can you accept that diplomacy? Because it's breaking my diplomacy.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm going to accept diplomacy from Lexi real quick. All right, cool.
Thank you.
All right. Mukluk, I am going to give you a heads up. We will be fighting this turn. I'm going to save it for last on my end so that everything else is done.
Oh boy.
Do with that what you will around that city.
Okay, I'm tinkering then.
Yep.
I would go into a camp stance.
Is there a way? Okay, so
you can just move your
I
second army.
I guess I'm just
city
gonna be blunt here. You can see my stream, Fairlight. I want to be certain that that dude that's riding a raptor is going to be in the same battle as the guy that just went in the city. Are they linked? I can't tell.
Yes. If you hover
so you
over
can.
one of them, they show the arrow between them.
So, well, no. So if he wants to see the arrow of his own units, what you need to do, Mukluk, is actually select the enemy army, and then mouse over Mazdamundi to simulate an attack, and then you'd see a yellow line indicating that. I
see it. Thank you. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, the yellow line is the reinforcements on the way, kind of a deal.
Does Mazdamundi still have movement?
No, he captured it.
Okay.
No, he just took the city.
If you siege the city, And Mazda Mundi launches the attack, is it still a 1v2?
How so?
Like,
no,
if you...
no, it's not. It's 2v2 then.
Okay, I wasn't sure what the...
If
I wasn't
Mazda
sure how the
attacks a
mechanic
sieging
works.
army, then everyone gets the reinforcements.
I
Yep.
mean, I can just move Mazda outside the city.
No, because if I'll keep in the city.
Yeah, I mean, that's another option. I'm just like... So it's a difficult interaction to explain unless you've seen it. If he were to send one army up and siege the city with Mazda Mundi in it, and then send the other army to attack your secondary army, then Mazda Mundi is not able to reinforce because he's sieged in the city. But the sieging army somehow is, which I'm convinced is a bug, because how are you sieging a city while marching to fight somewhere else? So it makes no sense physically, but the two armies on the outside would both be able to attack your secondary army, while Mazda Mundi is stuck in the city and cannot participate in the battle. It makes no sense and it's stupid, which is why I'm kind of ruling in favor of like the defender getting to launch the attack on their own.
Yeah.
I see no physical explanation for how you would be sieging a city, march away to fight a different battle, and yet the city remains sieged while your army is marching the other way. It's really stupid.
So I know that Mitch has your stream open Fairlight. Could you turn the sound off, Mitch? Because I'd like to take my teammates into a different channel and talk to them.
Do we need to just hop into different channels then, or?
Well,
I think that's
what it said.
That's what he just said.
Yeah. What
yeah.
channel?
Don't
what
attack
channel?
him.
No, I was asking you to turn the stream off so you don't hear what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't have the streams on.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
I
you saw Fairlight's auto resolve earlier, so that's why.
I had vision.
He had
okay.
he had a cultist near me that I killed, but vision in this game lingers after your units
Yeah,
are dead,
map
so
hack.
I assume he just had lingering vision from the cult.
Yeah,
All right,
no,
we'll be right back.
I'm technically going to be in Fairlight's lobby, but the stream is paused and no sound is on.
What's up?
Hi.
So, first off, I think you should stay in the city. I don't think there's a reason for you to be outside of it. Secondly, Fairlight, we should probably talk about if he should use his right of Sotek or the.
I was going to ask that.
So you have a right that spawns the army of dinos back at your capital, which is unfortunately very far away, and you probably don't want to keep them. However, it does give him the army ability to summon those raptors for 15 turns. So he would have an army ability to summon feral cold ones for this upcoming battle,
3 times per battle.
which might be pretty relevant. Also, how many skinks do you have in your army? Because then if the 10 melee attacker skinks might be more relevant than the feral cold one ability.
I tell you what, hang on. I will go into our thing. Make sure I'm in the right channel. That is one army. And that is the second army. Definitely some stuff to micro if we end up going into it.
Is Inkari there?
No. The enemy army... Well, okay. The enemy armies I can see, I am linking. He doesn't know that I've spotted his ambush already.
So there's 3 armies there.
So there's those 2, and then the garrison is this. I've sent you pictures of all. So the second enemy picture, I'm pretty sure, is the devotee army. And the first one is just like a, fodder army.
You said there was an ambush army, though. Is it still invisible right now?
No, the second purple picture was the
Okay.
ambush army. I detected it at the start of this turn.
Okay. Mitch must know something I don't, Fairlight, because this looks like such a colossal win for Lizardmen. I don't understand.
If there's a third army, I've not seen it, and I've had a hero here for like 2 turns.
Yeah, Inkari might be sitting around. Wait, who has the Sword of Cain? Does Inkari have it?
It's possible.
Because I see a red swirl on the north end of the island. I don't know if Inkari took the Sword of Cain or not.
Can you look up there?
Is it in the
real quick,
event log?
Muck?
Do you have vision of the north end of the island, Muck?
There's a red cloud up there.
Is the red cloud on
You can-
purple territory? Hold spacebar.
Province, Crace, Slaanesh Corruption 100.
It's sitting right by Shrine of... It's
it's
sitting
gotta
right by...
be.
It's sitting by Shrine of Kurnus, which is like Inkari's starting city.
It's gotta be. Yeah, he's gotta have it.
So it's him or it's one of his vassals. But I mean, if you've had a hero there and you haven't seen Inkari this whole time, then Inkari's probably not around.
I don't see how the hell you lose this fight 2v2 if you when you have Croak. Like you have better units and you have Croak, and his entire army besides like 6 units is infantry.
I will say, this is just to give you all the information possible. I just took this place, so the garrison units are like at 1 hit point.
Irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
He's
like,
I mean,
your armies are so much better.
He's probably banking on seduction, like stealing some good units from you. But even with that, I don't think he wins it.
Yeah.
I do have some... I'm using a few of the regiments of renown. I mean, you can see the picture. I've got a few regiments of renown. I've got some blessed units, but I don't have like a T-Rex or anything. Other than the ones that my heroes are riding.
If blessed units have a higher seduce budget than regular units, I would hope they do. They should. Then, like, I feel like Croak and your blessed Saurus could almost like win this entire 2v2 on their own. There must be something invisible there. Like, Mazdamundi has no movement, so it doesn't matter what we do. You're fighting, but like, so he has barely any skinks. Do we want? Do you think that him spending 8 grand for a Dino army that he's probably just going to have to disband and therefore waste is worth the army ability?
Yeah, that was actually going to be my next question. When you summon your big Dino stack, is it forced to appear at your faction capital instead?
It says an army of feral Carnosaur, Stegodons, and Bastildons will spawn at your faction's capital. And if we decided to do that, I have a Slan Mage Priest with a few levels sitting at home because I was scared of the rats hitting me from the north. If I was forced to do that, I would put the Mage Priest in that army and march north to try to do some damage before I bleed out on money. Because I'll go almost bankrupt using that right.
So the problem is that if you spend that right, you're only going to have like a grand left.
Yeah.
And you'll be negative, and which will turn off your replenishment. So you need to make sure that you are positive
by the end of the turn.
Yeah, or you need to have enough money you need to have enough income for 1 to 2 turns before you hit end turn. So you would probably have to disband some of it. Now, what you could do, Fairlight, I don't know how much money you have in the bank.
I could cancel some construction and get some money back if I had to.
In the water, right outside of Skeggy, is a treasure island. So you could go negative. You could maybe disband like a couple shitty Bastillodons, go negative for a little bit, kill the treasure island outside of Skeggy for some money, and then have the Dino army land on Ulthuan with the homies.
Sorry, I'm looking for Skeggy on the map. I don't know where that is.
Skeggy is the Norskin settlement that you took on like turn 10 to 15. It had the big garrison outside of it that you were like, oh, should I encamp here?
Okay, yes, I see Skeggy. I see the island.
Yep.
So what, you bring a lord there, you get money?
Yeah, you'll fight a battle, and then you'll get money afterwards, or a faction-wide buff that like either gives you growth and income for all buildings, or it reduces the upkeep of all your units.
Okay.
So every outcome should give you some type of income.
Does Rite of Sotek help us at all in this situation?
I don't think you have enough skinks for it to be worth it.
Okay.
And the enemy attrition to enemy armies in your territory won't be relevant on this turn.
Okay, so should I use the Bankrupt right?
I think that ability could matter immensely, because what you can do with that ability, what you can do is when he sends his cavalry into whatever flank he wants to send them into, you can spawn the feral you can spawn the feral cold ones right behind his cav, and then countercharge his cav in the back immediately.
Okay.
And his cavalry is the scariest units he has.
Glad I saved up. I haven't built much the last few turns. You want me to use it right now?
I would, if it was me.
Could let him walk up first and then use it so we can't change his mind.
Oh, I'm only minus 400. I thought that'd be worse. Hold on. I'm looking at the dinosaur army back home. 7. What are the... I know this isn't relevant. 7 feral Bastillodons, 1 feral Carnosaur, 5 feral Stegodons, and a Saurus Old Blood.
I would just
Okay, we'll come back to
what is the second army ability that your Saurus Old Blood has?
The second army ability.
The one you just recruited. He has 2
Oh.
army abilities. He has feral cold ones, and he has another one. Is that like a hexamodel only thing?
I am sorry. Where do you see?
Uh,
I found
on-
it. Geomantic Nexus.
that must be
Summon
that must be
a
city-only
skink
thing.
priest that can cast spells.
Interesting. I don't know what gives that. It must be a building you have somewhere. You could just.
Well, it says
disband, like,
Nexus. I
3
think it's because I have enough buildings in the web.
You could 2 things. You could disband 2 Bastillodons, give the army to the Slan Mage, and then disband the Old Blood, and that'll probably give you. That'll probably put you in the positive.
Well, for now, why don't we deal with the battle? I can come back to that after.
That's true. That's a good point.
All right. How do you want to just tell them I am ready to be hit in the face? Like, how do you want to start this?
That's pretty much how it's gonna go. Because I mean, it's not like you have a choice. If all your armies are out of movement, then
Yeah.
you're fighting.
Yeah, I can't like move troops around.
Mastermindi's out of movement, but your secondary army has that bonus from encampment, which is gonna be big. I must be missing something. There must be some sort of like
Well, we'll see if he's got some trick up
maniacal
his
plan
sleeve.
at work.
All right, I'm gonna put us back in the other call so we're not keeping them waiting.
Okay.
Oh, they're back. Hello.
Hello, we're back.
Hello.
Wait, there is one thing I can do. One sec, don't hit me yet.
No, not like this.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom before this pops off.
I guess I'll just say it out loud. Fairlight, I had a scout on that island. I could attempt to assassinate a hero, 37% chance, or just throw it in the army for one more dude.
Oh, what is the odds of failing and injuring yourself?
I mean, it's a 37% positive outcome to assassinate. This is a low-level scout.
Yeah, but there's also a percentage chance of injuring yourself, like hero wounded, a red number. If that's higher than like 10%, I usually won't take it unless your odds of success are really high. Yeah, so you got a 7% chance you just lose your hero, so it might not be worth it.
I'm an idiot, so I screwed this up. Never mind.
What?
Hey, what'd you screw up?
I used a right that disables movement. So apparently that's
Okay. Keck?
apparently that's a thing.
Uh-oh.
I only thought it was a different one, not that one.
So what you're saying is Mazdamundi could jump out and kill the one that stepped forward.
Well, she just backed up a step, and then went invisible. I mean, I'm out of movement, so I can't step out to meet you.
I guess you guys will resolve it next turn. If that ambusher gets detected, they might be in trouble.
I mean, next turn they'll be able to have units moved to them.
That's true.
Unless I'm missing something here, there's no rule that prevents Mukluk from just simultaneously turning fucking Mitch, right? On the start of the turn?
Not really, but you know.
Well, if you click fast enough, Muck.
I didn't want to have to make a rule for every single circumstance of every army type on every single terrain.
I mean, hey, somebody
rule fight.
somebody
exists
didn't
for
have
a
to move their
reason.
armies forward, and they did. So
They did, but neither of them have movement now. So doing the whole click first thing is just.
So is there one in ambush outside of the city, Muck?
I am pretty certain that, can you see the situation on one of our streams right now?
I'll have to open it for a second.
Pretty sure where... Oh my gosh. Hold on.
So can you click on
if I am requiring him to extend you the courtesy of like declaring his attack and not sieging your army, then in return you should at least let him put his 2 armies in position to properly defend themselves.
Yeah, I'm happy to
That's what I'm
2v2.
saying.
I just don't want to have it start via ambush.
That's fine. Muck, can you click on Yo Bevcast or whatever his name is?
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Can you swap him into Astromancy stance real quick?
Just, yeah, I don't want to leave him like that, because if there's attrition.
Does he have the movement to reach that army?
I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just short. And
I think
also,
he means to...
Mazdamundi would not help if I did that.
I think he means the movement to reach the army that went into ambush stance, because Astromancy makes you, like, impossible to ambush.
Do you know...
But I'm pretty sure I'd be walking into a 1v2 if I did that.
Yeah.
Because
If
his
you
two
could
guys are
ambush.
next to each other. And I'd be leaving Mazda behind.
The army that went into ambush stance was much closer, and it's probably close enough that Mazdamundi would get pulled into the fight.
The one that went into ambush went close to me, then turned around and backed up a few steps, and then went invisible.
I see.
Again,
Right,
if my
Mitch?
teammate had to be respectful and not attack the way that he wanted to attack, then I feel like it needs to go both ways.
I'm happy to wait a turn. I'm fine.
I feel like someone moving forward and losing all of their movement when they said they were going to attack this turn, and now we're not attacking this turn, should be punished if we have the ability to punish them.
Dude,
Y'all
but
do
what
what you
they
do,
were
you need-
doing is different than what they wanted to do because they were told that they couldn't attack the way that they were planning on attacking.
Hey, look,
Well,
I was a little
okay,
banged
is
up.
it-
I'm
okay,
happy to
it-
wait a turn. I'll get
it's-
some health
I
back.
was
Common
planning
courtesy-
to. I have never played this faction long term before, ever. I used an ability that didn't work quite the way I thought. I
Only
can't move
Rita-
the army.
If only Rita told you about your campaign movement range. Son of a bitch.
Okay. All right. Enough of that. There's not going to be a fight this turn. If the spirit of these campaigns is not win at all costs. The spirit of my campaigns is let's have some fun battles. Now, I don't mind some sweating. I don't mind some try-harding. But if you have two armies and he has two armies, then just have the two armies fight. I don't want the circling back and forth trying to
I'm
bait
so
people out of
happy.
position. What?
So, can you click on Mazdamundi for me, Muck?
Yeah, done.
Can you click
That's
on...
all I was saying. Like, if like it's told to do a fair fight from this point of like, it's got to be fair on both sides.
I understand
okay,
that.
A fair fight would have
Okay,
been
look-
keeping his promise to attack.
Just
everyone,
let
but-
me talk. You're digging. You're in a pit. Stop digging. The concept here of like showing some common courtesy, let your people move their units into position and whatnot is all fair game. I will say that if a person makes a grievous blunder, like moves out of position, accidentally activates an ability that screws themselves, I'm not gonna tell players, you can't jump them for that after they make a dumb move.
I will say, and maybe this will calm Bomb just down, I will be recovering health this turn, and for some reason he's taking attrition damage. So we're still getting something out of this, even if I don't act like a jerk.
Can you click on your regiment server now button?
Yeah. Yeah, I got some good stuff in there, but I'm broke.
Yeah, and he's broke because he spent 8 grand on a right he didn't have to because we thought we were fighting this turn. Banger.
I literally can't get there.
Yeah.
It was not intended to be a bait. I literally can't move there.
I don't understand. Like, I don't see the need for raised voices or tension in this scenario. You can simply end the turn and fight next turn.
It's fine. My
So
right
yeah,
still
like,
gives me
both of them
dinosaurs
are,
next
like,
turn.
on the same page, Bob. Just let them be on the same page.
As long as
You
we
were
fight
the one
next
who was
turn,
saying
my
we weren't
right
being
is still
courteous.
going.
What?
No, I'm not. I was responding to you.
I was trying to
take
punish.
advantage and change their plans.
Oh, this guy in chat, Bomb just is crazy.
And you said I wasn't being courteous.
Do I need to stand physically between Bombjus and Lexi right now and just be like, shush, let the two players who actually have their armies there sort the situation, please? Thank
That's
you.
the thing. That's what I'm trying to let them do.
Lexi,
but Bob
stop!
just is trying to find all the cheese he can to get advantages.
Just shut up.
This is crazy.
I'm
This is
literally gonna
insanity.
mute both of you.
How long is the right? I'm pretty sure it's for 3 turns.
Tolerant, he's bringing
No,
all
it's
this cheese
15 turns. It lasts 15 turns.
Anyway, my turn's done. It's been done for like 15 minutes.
Where's
My
mine
turn.
been?
Hold
I had
on,
a couple
I'm
things that you
moving
click
my
on, but I
brand
didn't
new
want to screw
expensive
anything up.
dinosaurs to go attack rats. By the way, the duration of the right that I went bankrupt using is 15 turns, so we're totally fine.
Oh, did you use the army spawning one?
Yeah, we talked about it, and we did just for the passive effect that it comes with. So now I've got a dinosaur army way back home, so I'm just moving it around.
That's great. That's a huge money commitment.
Yeah, that was
Well,
all of
that's
it. That was
why-
all my money.
You don't
That's-
say.
That's why Bomb just was saying we should punish the other player now because he just invested 10 grand into an army.
Which we
that-
could have put into Regents of Renown for the fight next turn instead.
Right. I get it. Stuff happens. It's a game. Move on with life. How's your turn looking, Space Goon?
So I wasn't clicking on stuff because I didn't want to screw anybody up. So now I have a couple things I need to do, and that'll be good.
Chat, Bomb just was... Holy crap. Dude, he was like white knighting in my honor, and I'm like, yo, it's fine. It's fine. Said he's going to attack you, Bert. AK to help her fight. Doesn't attack if you crit it. Yeah, I know, but the right will still be going. The right will still be in effect. If you hear this. I'm not sure if he hears this. I will say, though, again, my units were all 80 to 90% health. They will be 100% health next turn, and he is taking attrition damage. So his army is going from 100 down to, like, 80. So our it's like, if this was my health and this was his health, they're doing this at the start of the battle. So that doesn't really bother me.
Dread Fleet.
That doesn't really bother me. Oh. Well, I see something I didn't see before.
Herald of Slanesh. Courtesan.
There is a third army.
It's like half the size of the others, but there is a third one. I never spotted that before. Wait, why am I gaining tons of items right now? What just happened?
I don't know.
I think some quest just finished. One sec.
But Bomb just was definitely correct in the Mitch knows something we don't department, though.
Yeah.
How did we not see that army if it wasn't moving in ambush
It's
stance?
new. It's new this turn.
Oh, is that like a devotee army?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Wait, just to confirm, because you said new. So you just made it. It didn't exist last turn.
The right that I used that ended up eating my movement spawns a new devotee army every single turn for 5 turns.
Okay.
Whew, man.
Just crapping out new armies every turn, huh? That's something.
Does it
also,
make you pay
heads up-
for this?
Courteous,
Yeah.
by the way.
Hold on, I'm moving some equipment around that I just got.
Are you going to be defending Averthir this turn?
I would take Mesmodi out of the city and put him in the camp stance.
I can't move. I keep getting interrupted. Hang on.
Oh, sorry. I'll stop clicking things.
Savor agony.
Most privileged of Slanesh.
Since I did my right. Wait. Why am I gaining money? Something must have finished construction. I was in negative income last turn because of the Dino army, but now I am barely in the green again. One sec. Yes, I will be defending the city. I feel like we talked about this long enough that I should.
No, the one above. The one above. The other city. Not the one that you're in.
Avathyr?
Yeah,
No, I am chilling here to fight Slanesians. You got me all riled up. I'm ready. Well, actually, I'm not ready, but I want to.
Do you have enough money to recruit Regiments of Renown? Like replace some skinks with Regiments of Renown?
I am looking at that. That's what I was looking at. That's the reason I was saying wait.
What? Am I missing something here?
different city that he said he is not defending.
Oh, okay.
It's true. It's true. I said that.
That was... I asked, I clarified.
No, you're fine, Mitch. You're fine.